What up, sports fans? I'm Paulo Camacho, and this is the Macho Sports Report, where I talk to you about the sports stories that matter to me, hopefully matter to you. Alright, seriously, can we just talk about what happened on Wednesday? Because wow. I mean, I think it's safe to say that the closing night of the 2016 NBA regular season may have been one of the greatest and most memorable ever. That's hardly hyperbole, you guys. I mean, let's take a look back. Way back into time. Well, really, it was barely 36 hours ago, but still. On one side of California, you had one team going for the all-time wins record. A record set by, quite possibly, the greatest team in NBA history. Led by the greatest athlete in the 20th century. Seriously, ESPN said so it has to be true. A record that had stood for 20 years. A record many believe would have been impossible to break. On the other side of California, you had one of the greatest NBA players of all time taking his last ride in the NBA in front of an adoring home crowd. I seriously asked myself, which event was I gonna watch? Luckily, I went to my favorite sports bar and I watched them both. I mean, come on, what do you take me for? And what do you know? Neither event disappointed for a second. In Oakland, Curry was more himself than he had been the past 10 games, and put an exclamation mark on his own historic season. Dude hit 10 three-pointers that night, en route to an unreal 402 on the season. Before this, no one in the history of the NBA had even hit 300 in a season. He broke the record he set in 2015 by 116. Thanks to his and the team's all-around play, the game was pretty anticlimactic, but the feat of reaching 73 wins was still monumental. Just ask the fans at Oracle Arena, or the waves of celebrities patting the Dubs on the back via social media. But then you had Kobe's final game in Los Angeles. All the stars came out to see this one, from Jack Nicholson to Kanye West to Jay-Z, just to name a few. It was more of a coronation night for Kobe than anything else. As it should have been. No one really expected the Lakers to ball out and beat the Jazz. They expected the Kobe night. Well, actually they got both, much to the surprise of Kobe fans everywhere. I mean, going into this game, Bryant had played in 65 games, averaging only 16.9 points per game. No reason to believe Kobe would ball out like he did. But boy, did he ever. It was like the basketball gods granted him one more vintage Kobe performance. I mean, his teammates wanted him to shoot it, considering Kobe lobbed up 50 shot attempts. Let that sink in. 50 shot attempts! But Kobe kept hitting shot after shot after shot, like a gunslinger that was going out on his back, all the ammo unloaded from his six-shooter. And lo and behold, he single-handedly brought the Lakers back, hitting the eventual game winner against the Utah Jazz with less than a minute to go. He finished with a 60-point game, the only performance of its kind this entire season. On top of that, he leaves the Staples Center with a Mamba out, drop the mic moment. It was a storybook ending to one of the greatest careers in the history of the NBA. And this is coming from a guy who hates the Lakers. I just have to give him his props. Right off into that sunset, Kobe. After last night's performance, you deserve it. But also, damn, man. Way to steal the thunder from a 73-win season. Just saying. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Alright, guys, question time. Who do you think had the better night? Kobe Bryant or the Golden State Warriors? What do you think about Kobe Bryant's career? And what do you think about Golden State reaching that unreachable 73rd win? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm Paulo Camacho, and this has been the Macho Sports Report. Peace out, sports fans!